Coming up. That's a good one to start her with. Look at that guy. Right where he's supposed to be. You know, fall bass fishing like this doesn't have to be that hard, and you can make it a lot easier on yourself by picking the right spots at the right times of day. So we'll get this guy back and I'll show you kind of what I've got using here. In the fall, we're pre-turnover right now. Usually about 60 degrees is kind of the start of turnover in a lot of lakes. So right now we got water temps of 52, 62 and a half. And so what the fish are doing is they're just putting the feed bag on for this turnover coming up, because once the turnover hits, they won't feed until that turnover is done. So basically the turnover is just the oxygen in the water, your thermocline, your water temperatures are mixing together. Everything's going to be the same temperature after that. So you can find these fish pretty much transitioning from their summer areas. In the summer you're getting them in the middle of the lake and that, in deep structures. This time of year they're still deep, but they're starting to move towards the sharper, faster breaking areas. So that's the first spots you kind of want to look for, something with a feeding flat up top with a sharp break off into deep water. And a lot of these fish will just be, they're going to be spread out for now because they're just moving around so much trying to get some food. But I'm going to get back down there. Today we got frogs. And the reason I'm using frogs is we're in that migration right now where the frogs are moving from land to water to start hibernating. So I just got some frogs that get one without losing them all. And I don't have real big ones. That's about perfect size. If you get any bigger than that, the fish have a hard time getting it in their mouth. But I'm going right through the nose so they're still alive. And I've got a drop shot rig on. They'll coil up like that, but as soon as you get them in the water, they're pretty good. But I got a drop shot with about 6-8 inches of line before my sinker like this, and I'm just working these weed edges right now, this steep break off. So we're gonna see if it's still gonna work. We're gonna go down there and get some more. Came back for it 3 different times. Not really sure what it is yet, but doesn't feel too bad. Nice bass. You ain't got much for hooks. There we go. Get this hook out of there. Oh, nice another bass right there. This is just part of my pattern. All I did is I switched up my lures and kind of what depth I was fishing, but I'm fishing the same type of spots like this. I've got a sharp break right where my boat is, and I got a nice big cabbage flat right up here that's still got some green cabbage in it. And these fish, when they're hungry, they'll move into this cabbage to eat, and it's, like I was saying earlier, stocking up for the turnover and that coming. But it's just like the muskie show we did earlier. Speed is your biggest trigger this time of year, and you just gotta practice and test a few different speeds to figure out what they're after. If they're real active, you can get by with moving baits fast and cover a lot of water. If they're slowing down and you're not getting nothing going fast, try slowing down, pull into rigs, pull the drop shots like we were doing a little earlier. You just gotta move around a little bit, try some different things until you figure out what speed. Once you get the speed figured down, it doesn't really matter what lure you're throwing. You just keep that speed consistent and you'll find fish and they'll bite. Got him. Stay on, buddy. All right. Not a bad guy. He ate that thing. Holy cow, I need pliers for him. There. Another nice little bass. Get him back. So using those tips I've been giving you today about fishing closer to those steep break lines when it gets close to pre-turnover, and this pattern will hold through all the way through fall, all the way till ice up. And there's tons of lakes around the Perm area here that have this kind of fishing in them. And the walleye fishing's great, the bass fishing's great. There's too many opportunities around here. So you stick to these tips in this early fall like this, and you can land some nice big fish, and a lot of them this time of year. This is a great time of year to get out in the lake, and the weather's always nice. Everything's just beautiful out here. This little guy, you know, we tried a couple different things today, and we finally got a good pattern starting to go. He's just a little guy, but he just adds, you know, this fall fishing like this. We're fishing these close to these steep break lines, and speed's been the ticket. It's just like what we did in the spring, where we were taking those baits and kind of jigging them, so you have a fast with a slow fall, fast with a slow fall. And that's what's been triggering all these fish to bite today. So again, speed's your big ticket this time of year. Just experiment a little bit and you'll find what speed the fish like, and just stick to that speed. I mean, it's going to change every day, but just keep experimenting and keep fishing. You know, there's in the Perm area around here, there's a lot of lakes like this, and they have great fishing opportunities for bass and walleyes and everything. So you just got to get out here and just experiment a little bit, and especially in the fall, this is when you're going to get your real big fish of the year. There's a big boy. Whew. Stay buttoned, girl. Oh yeah. Fall like this, you can really get some big tanks like that. Look at that girl. It's pretty. I kiss them for good luck. But stick to these patterns I've been talking about today. Get out in some of these lakes around here in the Perm area. We just got gold mines for lakes. There's so many lakes with so many opportunities out here, it's not even funny. Get out here, try this, use the tips from today's show to help you find those big fish like that. Have some fun out in the water. We'll see you next week.